Is a bobblehead, Sandy Koufax bobblehead night. So they're sort of putting that together with the Jewish Community Day, and tickets are going very quickly. And help in getting contacts to get people into the synagogue for programs like this. Under normal circumstances, it would be very difficult to do this. It's, people are very busy, people have, other things to do. They don't really want to involve themselves in putting together programs like this. But every time Steve Springer has something going on, he'll call us. He will come to me, he will come to one of the guys, and he'll say, hey, we have this coming down the line, I've got this available. And so instead of us having to reach out to Steve, he'll come to us. That's rare. You so seldom see that, whether it be private sector, public sector, religious organizations. So having Steve Springer as part of Shomrei Torah Synagogue, and especially part of our men's club, is what I think priceless, because we have events like this that he just loves to do, and we love him for doing it. So without further ado, let me introduce to you Steve Springer.
Thank you. I know for the younger members of the audience, you may not know what a legend we have in our midst, but not really.
What is younger signifying?
But Mike Somberg is a legend. At least in his own mind. But Bill Sharman did things, if he was doing them now, he'd be on SportsCenter every night. Bill not only was with the Laker coach, and as his lovely wife Joyce, I wanted to welcome her too. He was not only the coach of the first Laker championship team, the team that won 33 straight games and won the championship in 1971-72, won 69 games, which was then the NBA record, 69-13, before it was broken by the Chicago Bulls. But before that, way before that, Bill played for USC, was an All-American. He played for the Boston Celtics and the Brooklyn Dodgers at the same time. Think about that. Now, Bill played with Jackie Robinson, and he holds a record that will never be broken, because although Bill played in the minors, he was brought up to the big league club, he'd never actually gotten a game. However, he was sitting in the dugout one night at Evans Field when there was a huge argument, and the umpire got so mad he threw out every player on the bench, including Bill. So Bill's the only person in baseball history to get thrown out of a game, but to never get into a game. Now, Bill has another record, which is much more, what he's much rather talk about. He won in 1962. He won with the Cleveland Pipers. He won the American Basketball League Championship. In 1971, with the Utah Stars, he won the American Basketball Association Championship, and then a year later, he won the NBA title with the Lakers. So he's the only man to win championships in 3 different professional basketball leagues. And I think the highest compliment you can pay him is that he's only one of 2 people to be in the Basketball Hall of Fame as both a player and a coach. The other person is John Wooden. So that tells you just the degree of excellence that he's achieved. He was also one of the great all-time free throw shooters. He's the only man to lead the NBA in free throw shooting seven times. So Bill's amazing. He's done some amazing things. And something that people, that Bill's told the story, he loves to tell the story that he changed Laker history not only by winning the championship, but in 1979, the Lakers had one of the top 2 draft picks. They got it in a trade for Gail Goodrich. The other team was the Chicago Bulls, whose general manager was then Rod Thorne. And so, in those days, it wasn't quite so sophisticated as it is now. They would have a coin flip between the top 2 teams, actually the bottom 2 teams. And the winner of the coin flip would get the number 1 pick. So, Bill had, I forgot how it was determined, but the Lakers had the number 1 pick, and Rod Thorne called Bill and said, I wanted to do the Lakers had the right to pick heads or tails. And Rod Thorne, who was the general manager of the Bulls, called Bill and said, you know, we wanted to do a promotion for our fans. We wanted them all to vote whether it should be heads or tails. And Bill, being the nice guy he was, said, all right, well, I was going to pick heads, but go ahead. You guys run your promotion. So they ran the promotion. The fans picked heads. And so the Chicago Bulls picked heads, and the Lakers wound up with tails. And the coin flipped, and it was tails. And the Lakers got the #1 pick, whose name was Irvin Magic Johnson. So because Bill was a nice guy, he changed history again. And I'll tell you one other funny story about Bill. That in that 1971-72 season, nowadays, I'm sure you've all heard the expression shoot around. On the day of a game, the players come out around noon, and they shoot the ball around, loosen up, especially on the road when they're in their hotel room. It's nice for them to loosen up and stretch their muscles. But in those days, no one had ever heard of a shoot-around. Bill had tried it in another league, but it was never done in the NBA. So now he's going into this 1971-72 season, and he knows that to get NBA players to get out of bed at noon on the road, or to come to the gym on the day of a game, is no easy task. And he knows that the only way he's going to be able to pull this off is if he gets Wilt Chamberlain to agree, because the other players are going to do what Wilt does, and Wilt used to say, you're only going to get me once. You can get me at noon, you can get me at the game. I'm not coming out twice. So Bill figured he'd take Wilt out to lunch, kind of get him a nice lunch, kind of try to talk him into it. And so they go to this restaurant, and they're sitting here having lunch, and the meal ends, and the bill comes. And so Bill Sharman reaches in, and his wallet's gone. He realizes he left it in the car. He doesn't have his wallet. So now he's thinking, I finally got this guy just about to go along with this, and now I don't have any money. He's going to have to pay for lunch. He's going to get really mad. He's going to say, forget the shoot around. I've lost the whole thing. And so now he's trying to think of what he's going to do. And all of a sudden, the maitre d' in the hotel comes over. Oh, Bill Sharman and Wilt Chamberlain having lunch at my restaurant. He takes the bill. He says, no way I would let you pay. This is on me. This is an honor to have you in my establishment. So they wound up getting the lunch. Bill didn't have to worry about it, and Wilt Chamberlain agreed to the shoot around, and Laker history was made because it wouldn't have happened. So that's just another plus in Bill's career. And while we're here, Joyce, do you want to talk about that?
Hi everyone. Thanks so much for coming out today. And Steve asked me to say a few words because Bill has always been very involved in charitable organizations and wanted to do something that would reach as many people as possible. So we're doing a raffle of his he's still with the Lakers. He's been a consultant with them for the last 20 years. And so we're doing a raffle of his 2010 championship ring, which I have on. And it's got his name on it. It's his personal ring. It's the same as Kobe has or any of the other players. And for $10, anyone can own this ring. It's a raffle, not an auction. And every penny goes to charity. And it'll be online. It's online. And I have some flyers here if anybody would like to get a flyer. It's all done online, and the website is here. And you can get a flyer, and you can look at the ring, you can hold it, you can wear it. Anybody in the world can own this ring for $10. And you'll be helping to make a difference to them. So, thank you.
What's the website name?
Well, the promotion is called Bill's Ring of Hope. And so it's www.billsringofhope.com. It's going to be after the start of the season. November 22nd is when the raffle will take place. And the winner gets to go to a Lakers game, two great seats to a Lakers game, lunch with Bill, and it'll be great. Thank you.
I can tell you one other story that I remembered about Bill that I've heard that Magic tells the story. When Magic was a rookie, and they used to train in Palm Springs, and they trained at College of the Desert. And Magic said he kind of knew who Bill Sharman was, and he heard he was a great player, playing for the Celtics. So Bill challenged him to a free throw shooting contest. And so, Magic had just won a national NCAA 2A championship. He was, he figured, okay, this old guy, Bill wasn't that old then, but he's still an old guy to Irvin, who was like 19. And so he said, fine, so Bill gets up first, and Magic says, I'm waiting for him. And I'm not doing the justice, I can't do it the way Magic tells it, but he says, so I figure, we'll shoot 10, we'll shoot 20, so we're going to shoot till we miss, So Bill's like, the way Magic does it, so he says, now it's 10, now it's 20. Now he made first time out of the box, he made 37 in a row, so needless to say, Magic lost the contest to Bill. So. And keep in mind, everybody gives Jerry West credit, and he deserves credit for all those, for being in the front office in the 80s and helping to put together the Showtime team. But Bill was the general manager. People forget that. Bill was really the driving force through, like I told you, the story of Magic, of getting the fortunate coin flip. So, people sometimes forget that Bill was really the one who put together the show.